So I trained. In running, in climbing, in fighting, in falling. And for every lesson that concerned the body, there were two that concerned the mind. Language, philosophy, logic, the arts. Achilles taught most often of the assassins and Templars, their structures, origins, and purpose. Centuries of history condensed into a few short days. I told him of the men who had burned my village, of Charles Lee, and my promise to him. Achilles explained that Lee and his followers were Templars, and that they were led by none other than my own father. If I was to serve the order, these men would become my targets. So I worked harder, learned faster, but for all my progress, it was clear that I still had much to learn. My training had only just begun.
Good evening to you. Good morning.
To you as well. You taking a trip?
I've decided to do something about the house, and you're going to help me. Get it?
So guys, welcome back to the walkthrough. We're on part 18 and this mission is called Achilles Errand. There's another mission after this included that I can't remember the name of, but I'll point it out when we get there. So guys, I hope you enjoy it, and it's going to be a great mission, though it shouldn't be too long. I think it's around 11 minutes maybe, so that's grand. Like I don't want the missions to be too long.
Don't stare.
Sorry.
Come on.
This place is incredible. The people, the sounds and smells. I could walk these streets for days and know not even half its wonders.
I thought the same as you upon a time. These days, I much prefer the quiet of the countryside.
But there is so much life here. So many opportunities.
For a few, my boy. For a few. There's a store close to here. You're to buy the items on this list. Tell them where the carriage is, and they'll see that it's loaded. Understood?
Yes.
Good. You're also going to need a new name. Your skin is fair enough that you might pass for one with Spanish or Italian blood. Better to be thought a Spaniard than a native. And both are better still than I.
That is not true.
What's true and what is aren't always the same.
What would you call me then?
Connor. Yes, that will be your name. All right then, off you go.
Okay, so we have to go and find the general store. So Connor has finally made it to Boston, and if I haven't mentioned it before, we're actually on sequence 5. So once we finish this sequence, we'll actually be, all the training wheels will be off, and we'll be able to get through the story properly, which is good. So this is the same general store that Haytham went to back when he first came to Boston, and the same character is still in the shops, so that's pretty interesting and consistent.
You lost? I need the items on this list.
Will you be paying with coin or trade? Some of these things I have, some I don't. Lumber's hard to come by since my supplier up and vanished. I have the tools and pitch, though. Nails, too. So, where do you want this delivered?
Our wagon is near the State House.
Okay, so now we have to go back.
To Achilles.
So now we have to go back to Achilles, and as you can see, the situation in Boston has drastically changed since we entered the shop. See, redcoats are everywhere, like holding people back and stuff like that. So this should be interesting.
That's what we're going to find out. Follow me.
I believe it's going to be the Boston Massacre. Pretty tense in here. It's not a very hard mission though.
I say again, disperse! Congregating in this manner is forbidden!
We're not going anywhere, Bug!
Oi! Why did you go back to England?
No good can come of this chaos! Return to your homes, and all will be forgiven!
Never!
Not until you've answered for your crimes!
You're right, cowards!
You don't scare us.
Pointing guns and unarmed!
We ain't afraid!
There.
Is that my father?
Yes, which means trouble is sure to follow. I need you to tail his accomplice. This crowd is a powder keg. We can't allow him to light the fuse.
But
nothing. Do as I say and go.
Come on, you gosh-gutted coward! You doesn't shoot at me!
Hey, Lobster! Go ahead! Fire
Okay, sorry about that. Some notification came up on my computer saying I had to restart, so I got a little distracted there. But yeah, so this mission is pretty interesting, but I'm not a huge fan of tailing missions. I've said this before, and I'll say it again. But yeah, it's not overly difficult. I mean, you just basically hide from the guy until you have to climb up behind him and kill him. But either way, it's unfortunately not going to save you because, of course, we have Charles Lee on the other side who starts it off anyway by shooting a pistol into the air, which kicks off the Boston Massacre, which leads to about 4 or 5 civilians getting shot by the British. And yeah, that's pretty much that. And then Haytham gets away, and you're just basically, you have to hide and stuff like that and lose your notoriety. But that will be the next video. So I've just spewed all what's going to happen. Hopefully you guys have already played the game, so I didn't actually ruin it. But it's not really much of a spoiler. I mean, you know, it's not like I ruined the ending or anything. So yeah, your man almost caught me there, just due to my own clumsiness. So, you know, like I said, I'm not the best at these tailing missions, so it's rare for me to get them like completely perfect. I don't get detected, it's just I got noticed, and it kind of slows down the progress because he has to come and investigate. He's like, oh, what's this? So yeah, I kind of made a mistake there, because if you're standing up there and he climbs up, it's likely that he'll turn around and see you, so it's best to wait for him to go over the top of the roof before you actually start following him. So yeah, but anyway, we're coming to the end of this part of the mission, or until the cutscene. Look, I was clumsy there and he still saw me, but once he turns around now, we'll be able to get going. There we go, so bye bye, mister.
Your plot is ended.
Not quite. Oh, damn you! Fire!
I wonder if Haytham actually knows you're his son at this point, or if you're just some random guy from the civilization or whatever tribe That's it. That's what I was looking for. My god, I'm just so dumb sometimes. Okay, so this optional objective isn't too hard. What I find to do is just keep running in one direction and just keep running that way until you like get away from all the guards in the area, and then find a bush or something to sit down and hide in. I mean, there's probably better ways to do it, but it usually works for me and that. So just as long as there are no guys in your immediate area, you should be fine, because if they're like right like around the corner and you go into a bush, they will check the corner and the bush and stuff, so it won't really work. So like, you don't have that much time, but you should have enough. Like, here we go. This should be perfect. And that's pretty much all there is to the mission. So guys, I hope you enjoyed that, and I'll catch you in the next video. Happy gaming, and talk to you guys later.
I need to find
Oh.
Achilles.
And the mission was called Trip to Boston. There we go. Talk to you guys later.